Hey everybody, this is Dave Blair, and I'm showing off another race and race room racing experience. And this is running through the sim racing system. This is Paul Ricard. This is week 3 of the GT 3 car races, and yeah, I did not know what I was doing on this one. I didn't do any research, so confession time. I just picked the Ford GT car here, and I actually started, I think, in last position. Matter of fact, I even had the racing line on because I've only run at Paul Ricard once before. So a couple Porsches getting into it there. But still, came out, did the best I could with what I had, which wasn't much, and tried to have a good time. The other thing too is, sometimes you're just not going to be as prepared for a race as you would like to be. I've been super busy, but there's part of a thinking that you just go out and you compete, you hope for the best, even though you're not prepared, and you go out and you try to run a good, clean race. Sometimes not for yourself, although I did enjoy this race, but for everybody else. So I've actually struggled a couple races in iRacing this week where there wasn't enough people that showed up in the car class in the race that I was in. You got to have 6 to make it an official race, and I showed up, there were 4 of us, everybody dropped out, and then one other time there was only 5. So it's just a huge waste of time when I'm trying to do all these different racing series, but yeah, when nobody shows up, you don't have enough people to do the race, it's kind of frustrating. So I've been running 5 different series in iRacing, which is a 12-week race season, and this is season 2 of 2019. And then I'm also running in a race room series, which this is week 3, and I'm also running in an Assetto Corsa series. I racing with William Marsh at Sim Racing Paddock on Tuesday nights, and we're running the Porsche GT4, I think. No, Porsche Cayman, yeah, GT4. Anyway, so when people don't show up for a race, it's really difficult, and it kind of sucks. It's like you just wasted your time showing up for the race that nobody else is there for. So sometimes you just got to go out again and run a race for everyone else that is prepared for it. The other thing, I am running this in VR. I've been racing all my races in VR now. Everything in iRacing, Assetto Corsa. I still haven't gotten ACC dialed in yet, but I will be running that in VR. Race Room, I run all that in VR. The only thing that I don't run in VR would be Forza Motorsport 7, which I still jump in and race a few races there, but that title doesn't support VR, so maybe the next one will. Anyway, I did have a pretty good battle with a Corvette towards the end of this race. So here you can see I'm in, looks like I'm in 10th. And this is lap 3. I'm not even sure how many laps this was. Again, I just took the stock tune, was not prepared. I even had the line on to tell me the layout of the track, so again, just doing the best I could, but no practice, not prepared. So anything better than last, which I didn't come in last, which was nice, but anything that I did better than last was good for me. Why don't we jump around to some of the other cars? And we'll see what's going on. This might be the Corvette, because I think it was a blue Corvette. I actually, the last, I think, 3 or 4 laps, I was racing pretty hard against a Corvette. I don't remember who it was, but I think it was blue. I don't think the Ford GT40 was a good choice on this track either. I had raced this track once before in Assetto Corsa, and you know, when I was looking for a car to run here, I was looking for, because I knew this had some tight corners, and I was looking for something that I thought would handle well. Although it has some pretty long straightaways too, and I'm not sure that the Ford had the top speed that it needed, because I did notice a few people were pulling away from me on the long straights. Yeah, here's one of the long straights. It's just ridiculous. I am really enjoying Race Room in VR, and to me, I mean, this title, it sounds really good and it feels really good. Again, when I'm sitting in the car in VR, it feels like I'm really sitting in a car. I kind of mentioned this before, like some of the other titles, I mean, iRacing's pretty good, but just the size of the interior of the car in VR in this title is really good. It feels like it's a one-to-one replica of the car. I think I was the only one in the Ford in this race also. There's one of those Callaway Corvettes. Also, because I'm running this in Race Room, but I'm running it in Sim Racing System, and just the quality of the racers in Sim Racing System are just, these guys are really good. That's all I gotta say. Again, when I jump in a normal, just a regular hopper, usually the competition is not very good. But when I jump into a Sim Racing System hopper, these guys are really good. They know what they're doing, usually. There weren't even that many incidents in this race. I mean, there were a few in the beginning, and you're going to have that usually, but for the most part, it was a pretty clean race. Alright, let's check back in with me and see where I'm at. Eleventh. That red car looked like an Iron Man. I'm still 11th. I think there were a total of 13 in this race. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is the Corvette I had an issue with. Or I should say a battle with. A good Ford and Chevy battle. I just really can't believe how underprepared I was for this race, though. It's like I was hoping when I jumped in it would be a track I knew, but, you know, I've just been so busy with everything else, I didn't have a whole lot of time, and basically I had a few minutes before it was race time. I just jumped in and grabbed a car, and that's all the time I had. Yeah, that Corvette really didn't want me to get his draft. Again, though, I think the Corvette had a higher top speed than the car I had. Now, the car I ran last week was the Mercedes AMG, and that car probably would have been really good for this track also. I haven't run the Audi yet. That might have been a good one for this track too. Again, though, I'm not sure which car has the best top speed, because this track has some really long straightaways where, you know, the cars with the top speed are going to have an advantage. And I could tell right away, I mean, just people were pulling away from me on the straightaway, that long straightaway. It was just like, okay. Also, I'm running a stock tune. I don't know if there's some things you can do as far as getting a better top speed. Probably the, you know, the aero would be the only thing I'd know to change. And I'm not sure you can change the gearing in this game. But that's also another problem that I have with this game is, like, if you don't know how to tune, I don't know where to get tunes for Race Room. Now in iRacing, I have a setup sync that I can get tunes from, and Forza Motorsport 7, I have a place I can download tunes off the leaderboard. Yeah, I'm not sure, Race Room, if you can get any help with your tune setups or not. I mean, even in a setup Corsa, you can go to the setup market. So it'd be nice if Race Room had something like that. Maybe they do. Maybe you can leave in the comments down below if you know of any, but I think this might be the last lap. Let's see where we're at. Lap 11. Yeah, this is funny. I believe this is the last lap. This is where I try to draft him and he tries to break it. He keeps swinging side to side, but I stayed with him. Yeah, this is the last lap. I'm thinking if I can just get past him, I'll be in the top 10, but I'm running out of time. that's the end. I tried, but I didn't get them. You know, that's another thing. I wish they'd have some kind of exit screen. Yeah, an exit screen with results would be nice. 11th out of 13. And I was the only one in a Ford. A little bit of drama, but not too bad. There I am, number 44. So I'm moving up, but there's a lot of people that run this multiple times. Anyway, thanks for watching.